Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I'm coming at you with League of Legends, and this time I'm going it a little bit old school. I have teamed up with my friend Random, who I haven't been played with and even really talked to in ages. And I also have my nephew Kilii, who's going to be playing Rise. We also have our friend Isaac, who's -0, and we have our Pug, who's our Jarvan jungle. I am going Alistar, bot lane support against a Thresh and a Misfortune. We are doing our Assassin stun combo bottom. We're looking for, you know, the headbutts, the knockups, and things like that. At first, I was going to play Taric, and then I saw that the enemy team had taken Thresh. And Taric's not actually that great against Thresh. And not exactly... I'm trying to decide what to buy at this point. So I have the Fairy Charm, I have some wards, and some health pots, and that's it. So we're going to help Jarvan up on blue here, of course. And there's 4 of us in the area. There's really no guard on red, but we almost go a little too far. But we managed to pull it out. Now, as always, a lane like this is a little difficult to start because we don't have any ranged. So we do suffer a little bit. We're going to take a lot of harass. Fortunately, the hook misses there. And I'm going to ward the bush, just watching for the harass. And I took heal first at Random's request rather than pulverize or headbutt. And already an early gank in the mid, looking to get Kassadin, and Annie does manage to get the kill. Jarvan gets first blood, but still a trade, you know, that's actually kind of in Annie's benefit. You see, we're pushed up really close already, as we're just taking harass, which is par for the course. It gives the bot lane a sense of security. You know, they got no range. You know, look at how easily we're harassing them. Look at how easy we're punishing them. Right now, we're just looking to get to level 3. And there you go. And all isolated and using barrier, using flash. But I'm going to hit her with exhaust. I flash exhaust. And unfortunately, I missed my pulverize on Thresh. But, you know, there the surprise comes. Misfortune ended up by herself. She ended isolated, which means that Kha'Zix is going to do a shit ton more damage, and she ended up paying for it, and there's where the surprise comes from. Now Kha'Zix gets a kill, he gets to farm, and at this point, it's pretty much going to be Kha'Zix has the advantage. So she gets to level 3, he can leap in, and he can just deal that damage, and with the CC and healing from Alistar, that's really going to be devastating for him. Now, unfortunately, I believe being kind of picked up top was my nephew playing Rise against Vlad. So he's actually going to have a bit of a hard time trying to get Misfortune again, who comes in too close. And it doesn't work. Now you can see Misfortune farming at a distance. You know, she realizes what the danger is at this point, as Thresh is forever coming back. And yeah, Make It Rain does like nothing early level. It does like nothing at all other than slow. So again, I'm just trying to be the bully at this point. I'm trying to zone out. I get hooked, and Thresh actually dives in, so I'm like, okay. If you really want to do that, and leaping and get the kill, and flashing out, and then getting, there you go, double kill. You know, the minions and whatnot. It's like, that's one of the reasons that Alistar is such a great counter to Thresh. Is because if Thresh hooks him, if you're level 6, you can ulti out of it, and if he decides to dive in at you, you can just, you know, knock him away. And looking for the kill early, and this is not really the best of ideas. We're going to dance around the tower as he's actually going to flash. I'm trying to get to him, you know, with... yeah, as you can see, this is not going to turn out well as we end up giving up a double kill. You know, I'll give the Tryndamere props. He danced around the tower plenty much. and he ended up getting a double kill, and we, gave up 2 kills for 1 at that point. So, getting a little greedy at that point did not play to our advantage. What else can I say? But it's still not bad. Kha'Zix has 4 kills already. And, of course, that means that I'm running 4 assists. I did not rush the Sight Stone first, which is what I normally do. I took the... excuse me, I gotta sneeze. I took the Philosopher's Stone first, kind of going old school, which I don't know was really a great idea or not, but I still get wards. I'm still not worried. And as you can see, I'm looking to outpace Miss Fortune at this point, and there's the knock-up and the headbutt back. You can have all the stuff you want. Okay, there's exhaust. I waited out. There's the next exhaust, and then, yeah, Miss Fortune just blows up. I guess she thought maybe getting those kills in return would be a good thing, and I almost ended up stealing the kill there, and that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to do the headbutt pulverize combo so that Thresh didn't get into the tower, but it ended up there was no real need for it, as Random would have easily just picked them off. So, again, I guess they thought they had some advantage, pushed up to the tower, being too close, and allowed me just to walk down in on Miss Fortune, and when she tried to stand and fight, she realized, oh shit, I can't, and yeah. So Annie dying up in the mid lane, calling for a fallback because I guess that maybe Trendemir's there, and trying to pick him off, it looks like. Yeah, going in again, and yeah, going a little, and yeah, here's the problem again. I use my ulti to try and tank the tower. There's bullet time. I know I have to walk out. What happened is I don't have enough mana to set anything off. And they're going to, at least one's going to try and catch me, but it's like, don't bother me, Thresh. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, getting greedy at that point again, and even if you hooked me, what good would it have done? You're not going to kill me. So, yeah, if there's one problem that I think Random has at times, but it's not really a huge deal. I mean, this is normal draft, so it's not a big deal. It's not like this is ranked. But if there's one problem that I ever had to pick out from my friend Random, is his hubris gets the best of him. He gets greedy, he gets overzealous, he gets overconfident, and he dives in for kills that he really should not be risking. And as you saw there, it ends up getting him killed. So, yeah, if there's the one fault I had to pull out, it'd be that. I think Random would actually, if he played League a lot more, because like most of my friends and myself, he plays it a lot less than he used to. If he played League a lot more and he focused a lot more on rank, and he curbed that desire, we're just trying to thin the minions out right here. If he curbed that desire to go balls deep as often as he does, he'd probably be a lot higher rank. He's higher ranked than me. He's a better player than me by far. I'm not trying to, say that I'm better than him, but it's not hard to point out when you shouldn't be diving the tower. As mid comes up with yet another kill, and I'm looking to try and get Miss Fortune. There I flash, and I headbutt her away, but she flashes, and then the box, and again, that hubris, and I get hooked, and I just ulti through his flay. It's like, give me a break. He doesn't even have any mana at this point, so I'm like, okay, go away. And yeah, unfortunately, overzealousness again of going for the kill, we end up paying for it. You can see that Kassadin is trying to move down, but a warning ping goes out, and Miss Fortune and Thresh back off, so nothing comes of that. So even though right now Kha'Zix is 6-3, we've also kind of let Miss Fortune back into the game with 53 CS. We've given up a couple kills out of that. So yeah, we're not doing our best, but we're still, we perfected this Kha'Zix Stunbot combo. You do it with Taric, you do it with Leona, Alistar. I mean, hell, you can even do it with Twisted Fate. You know, with a Twisted Fate kind of pseudo AP support. And wanting to teleport back, and I'm going to headbutt Pulverize just to annoy the hell out of him. And, you know, force him to delay. Probably not the best use of mana, but yeah, whatever. So they teleported back. And I'm setting up pink wards. I'm looking for other wards, and I do see that ward, but oh no, I don't. I didn't have a pink ward there. I'm just kind of hanging around. I'm rushing the bulwark, and just look, more than half her health gone in one combo, and she's still staying around. You know, you would think that would be a major warning to fall back. I thought I would find a ward by placing that pink up there. I know at one point, a couple points, I like end up DCing, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's why Kitty died, and I'm gonna DC out of this point here. So let's speed up to where we come back. You know, fuck my connection, man. And there we go. There's the quick reconnect, and yeah, Vlad dies, but unfortunately he also kills Kassadin, Isaac in the mid. So at this point, I finally did pick up the Sight Stone. I decided to move into that rather than continuing on with the Aegis. And fortunately back in lane in time, that by the time they push up to the tower here, you know, I'm in good spot to clear it out. And I'm telling you, one thing that Thresh just does not want to do right now is hook me. You don't want to hook Alistar, especially if you're going to try sliding into him. It's not going to do you any good. You know, I'm too strong at this point. Look, he's already used his flay. So he's got very little protection. She tries to bullet time, and I just knock her out of it. And I'm low health, but it still doesn't matter. And I'm realizing I'm low health, and I'm like, okay, now it matters. But Thresh just... He blew his escape. He blew his escape to get the kill. And, yep, here comes Jarvan. He's not getting away. He has no flash. He has no recourse out. Okay, so the support got the kill, which helped get the assist for the ADC. That's not terrible, but in turn, you also gave up another kill, so you gave up 2 kills. And you gave it up to a Jarvan, who at this point, if you take a look, is 5-0, and the Kha'Zix is 8-3. Is this really the best idea? No. He should have just taken his money and ran. He should have just gone for the tower. But it didn't pan out. And Trendemir and Annie are waiting up here, and it's kind of like Jarvan's dancing around. It's like, we know you're there. Are you really going to keep waiting? And here comes the dunk, and there's Tibbers. And looking to get Jarvan, but it's just not going to happen. He's going to Undying Rage, but it's not going to last long enough. Kha'Zix picks up another kill. Tibbers has already been used. So, yeah. Again, if you're standing here and Jarvan's dancing back and forth here, and, you know, the Kha'Zix comes up, they're kind of dancing back and forth, they're not initiating Dragon, you can kind of assume they know you're there. So, again, they get no kills, and they lose Dragon. It's not helping their case any. Oops. Did not mean to do that. So just going to move down to make sure that our tower is not pushed freely, but random comes back in time, and I keep missing the slowdown button. And trading kills again up top, and Trendemir is trying to push towers. Jarvan's going to cut him off. I'm not sure. I think I DC'd again. Yeah, there we go. Man, fuck my connection. I really fucking hate it. Yeah, so that, of course, again results in Vlad getting another free kill. But it's not terrible. We still get a nice lead. They do get our turret. Whoop-de-doo. We know they're in the area. They're actually being overly aggressive too long. And I'm just going to walk into the walls. I'm not going to care. And there's a beautiful Pulverize. They exhaust Jarvan as I continue to follow. And focusing Jarvan at this point, not the greatest idea. I knocked Trendemir out of the way so that he can't continue on Jarvan. And unfortunately we lose Kha'Zix as it starts turning against us. was not the best of engages, but still, we're pretty strong at the tower. Kassadin, Isaac has come in to back us up. So they're not going to push the tower, but we did give up Kha'Zix for Misfortune. And forced to flash out his Thresh, so now he has no escape. I can't get in. Trendemir's going to go into his Endless Rage, but it's just not going to be enough. Trendemir's not doing enough damage, so he's going to try and escape. And it's not going to work. Oh, now he's in his Endless Rage. Now he's going to turn the fight. And I'm DC'd again, which is why I'm standing there like a schmuck. Fun it. I tell you, I hate my connection. Unfortunately, my nephew's on the same one. So anytime we DC, my team automatically loses 2 people. And this time we're down for a little bit. And there we go, back in the game. So even though we DC'd out, my team doing really well. We were up far enough ahead that played out in my team's favor. Blue ward, pink ward, yeah. Just because I don't want them warding in on our blue. So I've gone in this point, I've picked up the Ruby Sightstone. I picked up Ninja Tabis just because they're, fairly AD based with Misfortune and Tryndamere worrying me the most. They're trying to pick off Jarvan. They're giving a lot of chase. And at this point, when you're in the enemy jungle chasing, it's probably not the best of ideas. And there you go. Jarvan's easily going to flash out in the way. There is an exhaust on Isaac, who's just going to flash over the wall and then walk. And a completely wasted bullet time. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his jump, so that's probably going to mean the end of it for him. Yeah, he ends up going down, but in comes Rise. And then here I come. Tryndamere's there as well, but it's not going to help. And I CC down Vladimir and let the tower finish him off. And we end up losing Jarvan. And even though he's an Undying Rage, I still have my ulti going, and I am unfortunately going to fall as well. But it was enough to get Annie. Now they're all low health. There's no ultis. There's 1. There's 2. Misfortune's like, I'm getting the tower. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's not worth it. There's 3. So 4 for 5 in the tower, I guess overall was worth it, but they could have walked away 3 of them, and they didn't, so they ended up just triple feeding Kha'Zix that much further. And again, my team, we have an 11 kill lead, even though actually we don't have much of a gold lead. That's because they got team gold and 4 towers to our 1. But we've got a fed Kha'Zix. Our Kassadin's not bad. He's not bad off. He's 7-7. Our Jarvan's 7-1. So we got strong from the jungle. Yeah, Rise is suffering a little, especially thanks to DC, and so am I. But it's not all that bad. I do have the Aegis of the Legion now. I'm looking to try and get around and ward. I do drop a ward there, although it's pink. The pink is not going to last much longer. They're pinging that a ward's there. And that I'm there, and do you really want to chase an Alistar? I mean, do you really want to chase an Alistar? How badly do you want to be CC'd? Now, I realize that there's a pink there, and you see Kha'Zix just goes in, and Vlad melts. He gets caught out, and now they're doing Dragon. I don't know if we all know that, but Jarvan comes in and immediately dunks Annie's, trying to delay them long enough for us to get in there and respond. I know Misfortune's looking for bullet time, but we also know she's in the area. As I'm trying to zone out from the dragon, and I keep Tryndamere away, and I inadvertently save his life, but Misfortune decides to come in, and yeah, I flashed thinking I was going to get a pulverized headbutt, forgetting I just used them. And yeah, so Kha'Zix just blowing people up. There we go, another triple kill. And actually blowing up Tryndamere before he could even think of popping his ulti. So, and through all of that, and there were 5 of them around there, but their problem in this area is they were spread out. Misfortune got herself caught out up here, thinking, I guess, her team was going to engage. But when I pulverized and then headbutt Tryndamere out this way, it kind of put all their team down here. She revealed herself and she got blown up here. And then Annie came in with Tibbers and she was by herself and she got blown up. Tryndamere went this way, which left Annie by herself to get blown up by Kha'Zix and then come back and take out Tryndamere. And yeah, I would go back and look it over. I think would have been a better option. But since I've already gone through it, I think it'd have been redundant and kind of stupid to go back over it again. Yeah, so at this point, my team is in great position. We're catching up on towers, and Kha'Zix is just going house on everybody. And Vlad is still beating up on Rise, unfortunately, but for the most part, he's the only one on the enemy team that's any kind of threat. And there's Kassadin. Vlad's going to blow his pool way too early. And what's Vlad running? Is he? Yeah, he has Ghost, which is already used, so he's just going to get finished down and CC'd out way too far. I'm dancing around with Thresh, and then I see Annie come in. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to back off. And then here comes Jarvan the other way. I don't know if they actually see him. No, they don't. And there's the slow with the Dragon Strike. And I just decide to try and CC Thresh, who actually hooks me. Annie finally flashes out, and there's the box, so I just headbutt Thresh out of the way. I was jumping around all over the place. I put the exhaust on Thresh just to keep him within distance. Missed the goddamn pulverize. Fuck, I thought I had it, and he's going to be long gone. And Misfortune gets a lucky teleport out before Kha'Zix can get there. So, yeah, all kind of broken up all over the place on that one. It's not my best commentary, and I apologize. This game was a while ago, and I'm the support, which is not the most exciting of positions to talk from. So, I've got a couple jungle games, and I'm going to bring you as well. I got a Malphite jungle, and I've got a Zac jungle. I don't know if they thought they were going to get Kha'Zix, especially how far he can leap, but, yeah. And they're a little more interesting. The Malphite jungles actually was a really fun game for me. And I don't know what Vlad was trying to do. He literally let Kha'Zix just teleport away. Maybe he knew he couldn't take him or something. But Tryndamere was there. 2v1, they might have beaten him. Because Kha'Zix, Vlad rather has plenty of health at this point. So I don't see why he wouldn't have. So I'm just working on trying to drop wards up here. I've got a ward on Baron. I've got a ward here. And again, they're trying to come after me. Just missed the hook again. And I just walk away. And, oh, look, Misfortune. And there's Annie. And there's Thresh. Rise comes. And I just push Thresh away so that he can't be any kind of factor. There's the dunking on Misfortune. She goes down. We ignore Tryndamere because we know he has his ulti, and we take Annie down, who's... Pardon me, 1 second. Annie, who is, to us, the bigger threat, especially with Tibbers and a stun at this point. Pardon me, I needed some water. So, yeah. And I go into my ulti, and I just want the tower, and I get hooked, and I knock up Thresh and Pulverize. I flash out because I want to turn his headbutt. I flashed out of the box for it because I wanted to headbutt him back this way. And I'm not sure if I actually hit him or not. But either way, he ends up dying. And yeah, Vlad is going 2v1 versus Kha'Zix and Jarvan, and that's just not going to work. Excuse me, my throat's a little raw. I actually tried to bring the Zac gameplay, but I forgot that I had my microphone muted, so I actually did all the talking through the entire game. And even though I did fast forward in many places, I did all that talking and for nothing. And Jarvan actually got caught, but he's looking to get out. And here comes Misfortune, actually flashes in after him. And that's not the brightest idea yet. Here comes Kha'Zix. There goes Annie. There goes Misfortune. Tryndamere goes in Undying Rage. Just like, complete focus at this point, but he's going to die and just not going to get it. And now they're looking at Baron as the rest of us are coming up. Jarvan's leaving. I was saying, well, let's do Baron. They said, well, me. We're like, we don't have Jarvan, remember? I said, well, they don't have Tryndamere. And so now they're trying to get to Baron, but we've got too much damage, and now they're just going to give up another kill on Vlad. There you go. Hoping this water will help, but it's not. But fortunately, there's not much left to go. I get hooked by Thresh for whatever reason. I don't think you really want to reveal yourself with a Kha'Zix there. Kha'Zix jumps over and, boy, there's already Annie and Misfortune and... Yeah, not the best of ideas. No, you weren't seeing things. And almost able to finish off Misfortune, but there's the shutdown, but there's the finish. I'm not sure what I'm doing at this point. I headbutt out Tryndamere, trying to take the damage away, and then just go into ulti, double kill for Ryze. And Jarvan's getting Dragon. Vlad's down here. He's the only one left alive. I'm going back. Why we haven't ended it at this point is beyond me. But as you can see, we don't have too much longer to go. We'll speed things up a little bit, because all the players are going to get back on the board at this point. So build-wise, Jarvan has gone full tank. Kassadin's got a nice AP build going. Kha'Zix is light years ahead of everybody. Ryze is not doing too bad at all. I've got Shurelya's and Bulwark, and I'm actually going for the Locket. And looking to just take out Vlad at that point, kind of knowing he's done for. Kassadin's trying to come for the save as he Dragon Strikes over the wall and actually gets away. And then Kassadin just rift walks away. And they're still being a little too aggressive at this point. Look, they're looking for a lamp pull up. How many of us are here? Okay, yeah, you bullet timed, and you got nobody. There's the slow, but still looking to try to get in. Unfortunately, gets cock blocked by the minions. Man, I always hate when that happens. Now, last one to defend the tower. Again, you have Kassadin and Ryze and myself, so I'm just not going to care. I was going to flash in Pulverize Knockout, but they decided to surrender at that point. They pretty much knew it was over. 57 to 23, I would think so. 60k to 47k. I apologize for my throat going raw at the end there. Like I said, I tried to bring you the Zac gameplay, and like an idiot, I had my microphone muted all the way through. So I recorded this one as well. I know it's not the most interesting. I know it's not my best commentary work, but again, it's because I'm coming from the support perspective, which isn't the most exciting to begin with, and it's been a while since I've done an aggressive support. So that, coupled on with my voice already being a little bit raw from doing the Zac commentary, which I will actually redo and have uploaded tomorrow, and then I'll follow that up with Malphite. Yeah, I'm suffering a little bit, but next one will be better, I promise you that. I kind of hope you've enjoyed this, even though myself, I'm kind of saying here, I did a shitty job. But hopefully you enjoyed it somewhat, and maybe it'll hopefully tide my few fans over, all like 5 of you, until tomorrow. Until then, folks, this is One Big Bug of signing out, and I truly apologize for the subpar work, and I'll see you next time.